Am I wrong for feeling ugly because my husband does not take photos/videos of me/us? I, 29F, has been with my husband, 30M, for 8 years, married for 3. I understand that the initial infatuation does go away with time, but this is something I have been upset about multiple times before too, which I have told him. He is always reluctant to take photos of me when we are out and always complain or make faces when taking photos together. It used to be worse back in the day, but I've told him and he does take photos now, but only 1 or 2, and after that he just walks away as if that's the hardest thing he did. So both of us are divers and we went on a whale shark dive today. He owns a GoPro, but I've take each other's photos/videos on a mutual agreement, but he uses it most of the time. When we were underwater I asked, signed, for his GoPro and took about 25 videos of him on random times with the whale shark up close and clear. Since he had the GoPro for most of the time I assumed that he would take videos of me too. I even signaled about 10 times asking him to, and he just nodded. Since communication is limited underwater I took it as he was able to capture multiple videos of me too. Come to find out he has only taken 2 videos with me and the shark in one frame and they are both blurry, low visibility. There were instances when the sun was directly above where I pushed him to the frame and took the GoPro from his hands so I can get nice shots of him, assuming he had done the same since he had the GoPro for most of the dive. Now we have spent so much money and I don't have memories, but he does. The diving center guy took some photos/videos, but I haven't seen them yet. Hopefully they have some good shots. Note I have put on about 10 kilograms in the last 3 years but lost 4 kilograms this year. Still in the process of getting there. So I am fit but not the same as I used to look before marrying. Am I wrong for feeling ugly that he does not want to take photos of me? We had a massive fight and I told him I will never take his photos ever again since I can't expect him to take mine. At least this way I have low expectations of him and won't be disappointed in the future feeling ugly. Edit, to answer a few questions. I have not pressured him to take photos, but we have a good way of communication when these problems arise. I have told him that I like to take photos for the memories. I've made him multiple collages and scrapbooks and even a model of a camera that when opened it has tiny photos of ours popping out. I'm a bit of a craftsy. I don't take pictures for the socials. And to answer about the social media issue, no, I am not an avid social. I got on Facebook like once a week. But more on Instagram though, but even that my last post is on November 13th. To quote Ed Sheeran, I like to keep the memories/love in a photograph. This was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to dive with the whale sharks. We won't be doing it again and I highly doubt I will come across another whale shark. He did agree that he made a mistake by not taking photos and asked if we could dive again tomorrow, but unfortunately I'm having an ear problem so I can't dive again for a few days. Plus I have a flight in couple of days and we are not supposed to dive 24 hours prior to a flight. Again, this might make my ear worse as well. Did he take photos of me before? Kinda. A long time ago at the beginning of our relationship, and like I said I was slimmer back then. Also, he knows he made a mistake by not taking videos of me since this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance, so I'm not asking for validation. I just want to know, do other partners do that as well, or is it just me? Do partners just don't find the other attractive over time, keeping my weight gain aside? Edit 2, so he tried to book another dive for tomorrow but it didn't work out. So I guess that's that. This is blowing up than I expected. Thanks for everyone who gave me their honest opinion and suggestion. Some nice and sweet and some very brutal. Please don't call him a tool and other words. He does take care of me when I'm sick. He cooks most of our meals. We work from home but for 2 different time zones, so we have different working schedules enabling us to cook separately, and he cooks majority of the meals. And many more. Anyway, I won't be replying to everyone, but thanks a lot for everyone do their suggestions and I might actually take a few out of them to implement, winky face. Also regarding my crafts, I know he loves my scrapbooks because the album I made for our first anniversary was of all our photos till then, and he actually teared up reading the stuff I wrote on the sides. So I know he loves the photos and what I do with them.